There's a strange kind of magic that lives in the gaps between our thoughts, a whole universe waiting to come alive. Most days, we're standing right at the edge of this invisible place, our heads buzzing with so much noise that we miss the clarity hiding underneath. This isn't just another talk about getting more focused or productive. It's bigger than that. It's about the actual shape of reality, how creating something and overthinking are tangled up together, locked in a dance as old as time. If you really pay attention, you start to notice a pattern. Ancient teachings whisper it, and even science is catching on. The world inside your mind spills out and paints your life with surprising accuracy. When your thoughts are a tangled mess, life outside feels the same, stuck, scattered, exhausting. But when you manage to calm that inner storm, suddenly there's space. New things can finally take root and grow. We've all been told that thinking, lots and lots of thinking, is what makes us human. It's supposed to be our superpower, the engine that drives progress. And yet, look where it gets us. We end up lost in a maze we built ourselves, second-guessing every move, worrying about things that haven't even happened. That endless mental loop isn't proof we're smarter. It's a sign we've forgotten how to just be. We tune out the quieter voice inside, the one that actually knows what's up. Overthinking is like being an astronomer who can't see past the smudges on his own telescope. He gets so caught up in the fingerprints that he misses the stars entirely. All this noise inside creates a real disconnect from the creative flow of the universe. Real creation isn't about forcing things. It's about letting something move through you. It could become a painting, a relationship, a business, a whole new way of living. But overthinking? That's resistance. That's your ego trying to control everything, needing a guarantee before taking one step into the unknown. It's like damming a river to protect what's downstream, except all you get is dried up land and nothing new growing. So, where do we start? Not with another trick or hack, but with a real shift in how we see things. We're not here to wage war on our own minds. We're here to rise above their limits, to learn how to quiet all that extra noise so we can actually hear what's underneath. That's the real journey, from the restless head to the quiet heart, from constant thought to simple being. That's where real power lives. In that kind of silence, we remember who we really are. People who help shape reality, not just by thinking more, but by thinking less and being more present. That's the journey we're about to take back, to what's always belonged to us. Let's start with the heart of it all. Thought isn't just some fleeting thing in your head. It's real energy, raw and powerful, even when it feels small. Every little worry you replay, every big dream you imagine, it's not just neurons firing. It's a kind of frequency you send out into the world. And if your mind is scattered, always jumping, always doubting, it's like blasting static on a radio. All that power, wasted in noise. But when you shift gears and focus, when you hold a single clear thought, it's a steady note the universe can't help but echo. That's just how it works. You can't fill the air with chaos and expect harmony in return. The real transformation starts when you get this, when you see that what you obsess over in your mind shapes the reality you live in. Next up, there's the idea of mental sovereignty. Most people are stuck in their heads, believing every thought is who they are. It's like getting swept away in a river, yanked around by every old fear or memory. But you don't have to live like that. You can be the riverbank, steady and still, watching the water flow by without getting dragged under. That shift from thinking you are your thoughts to realizing you're the one watching them, honestly, it's freedom. You see your thoughts for what they are, just weather, sometimes stormy, sometimes clear, but never the sky itself. From that place, you get to choose which thoughts matter, which ones you can let drift away. And in the quiet spaces in between, you find real inspiration. The third big idea is the power of focused attention. Your attention isn't just passive. It's the force that shapes your world. Wherever you put it, you bring things to life. If you're always bouncing from one thing to the next, your attention never lands long enough to light anything up. But when you hone it, when you really focus, it's like a laser. That's why something as simple as concentrating on your breath or holding on to a feeling of gratitude can change everything. It trains your mind to stop scattering its energy and start creating. Your attention is your most valuable resource. Wherever you spend it, that's what grows in your life. And then there's inspired action, which naturally follows when your mind is calm and your attention is sharp. This isn't about running yourself ragged with frantic effort. It's about moving from a deep sense of knowing, acting when you feel that quiet nudge inside. It's almost like life itself is working through you, guiding your next step. The overthinker wants to plan every move, terrified of making a mistake. The creator listens, waits for the right moment, then moves with clarity. That takes real trust, not just in yourself, but in the way life unfolds. Here, action isn't just doing for the sake of doing, it becomes a kind of prayer, a way to meet the world halfway, knowing you'll be met in return. Let's talk about stories that run deeper than they seem at first glance. There's an old story, the kind whispered about by mystics long gone, about a master sculptor and a big rough block of marble. Here's how it goes. A beginner stares at that block and just freezes. Questions race through his head. Which chisel should I grab first? What if I screw this up? Will people laugh at what I make? He chips away, nervous and unsure, and all he gets is dust and a growing sense of defeat. But the master, he doesn't rush in. He just sits there with the stone, sometimes for days. Not really looking at the surface, but kind of looking through it. He isn't plotting every move, he's connecting with the shape already hiding inside. The angel, just waiting for someone to set it free. Every tap of his hammer isn't forced. He's just uncovering what's always been there, peeling away everything that isn't the angel. Honestly, your mind is a lot like that nervous beginner, making noise and mess. Your creative spirit, when you let it be still, feels more like the master, quietly revealing the masterpiece that's been inside you all along. Now think about this. Deep inside your mind, there's a secret room, a kind of inner sanctuary. This is your truest self, untouched by all the chaos of life. Most of us spend our days outside, in the courtyard of our own thoughts, where worries and feelings clash and shout over each other. We think that noise is all there is. But if you want to stop overthinking, you have to find the doorway in. Leave the mental marketplace behind and step into the silent temple. In there, there's no old regret or fear of what's coming next, just the power and fullness of this very moment. And from that quiet center, your creativity isn't some frantic struggle. It's calm, steady, and certain. The noise outside keeps going, but it doesn't shake you anymore. You've found the still point, the one place everything else spins around. There's another story, the two painters. The first one stands in front of a blank canvas, mind spinning with ideas, maybe a sunset, or a dark forest, or something totally abstract. Every time he starts, he changes his mind, painting over and over again until the canvas just turns into a muddy mess. Nothing stands out. The second painter, he takes a breath, lets his thoughts go quiet, and tunes in to one deep feeling. Joy, awe, whatever grabs him. He starts painting not with a plan, but following that feeling. The result isn't what he expected, but it's alive. It makes sense. It's real. That's your life, right there, the canvas. If you overthink, you just keep painting over yourself. Everything gets blurry. But if you're brave enough to follow one true feeling, to let it move you, you end up creating something honest, something whole. Here's one more. Imagine your mind as a radio receiver. You can tune into anything, ideas, inspiration, even wisdom from the universe, if you believe in that sort of thing. But when you overthink, it's like you're spinning the dial too fast, skipping through static and half-heard songs. Nothing comes through clearly, and you just end up tired. The creative genius? They pick one station and stick with it. They wait. They let the signal get stronger until the music or message comes through, clear and full. The universe is always broadcasting. You just have to stop searching for a second and trust yourself to listen to what matters most. Let's get real about putting this into practice. Start with deliberate silence. Make it non-negotiable. Just you, 20 minutes, every day. No phone, no music, no distractions. Just sit there and let your mind do its thing. You're not trying to stop your thoughts or judge them. Picture yourself as the riverbank watching thoughts float past like leaves. If you get caught up in one, no big deal. Come back to your breath, or maybe a word that feels grounding, or just the raw sensation of being there. This isn't running away from life. It's more like tuning an instrument. The noise of your busy brain slowly fades, and suddenly the stuff you really care about starts to come through, clear and strong. Over time, you get better at this. The calm you find in those 20 minutes starts to spill over into the rest of your day. Once you've got some stillness under your belt, try bringing that focus into your projects. When you're stuck, staring at a blank page or spinning your wheels on a business idea, don't just sit there thinking about it. Get up. Light a candle and make it your writing candle. Or put together a vision board that actually looks like what you want. Give your mind something outside itself to grab onto. Suddenly, you're not holding the whole project in your head. The candle's flame, the pictures, they become anchors. Your mind can relax and trust that things are moving, even if you can't see every step yet. Here's another shift. Rethink how you approach action. Instead of plotting out every detail in advance, listen first, then respond. When you hit a block, drop the problem into that quiet space you've been practicing. Ask yourself for clarity, then wait. You won't get a detailed answer right away. More likely, it'll be a subtle nudge, an unexpected idea in the shower, or a random urge to call someone. Follow that impulse even if it feels small. That's how you start to trust yourself. And honestly, that's when things really begin to move. You realize you're not pushing all alone. Something bigger is working with you. Action that comes from inspiration just works better. It feels lighter, more direct, more real. Now, one last thing. Act as if it's already done. Before you take a single step, let yourself feel what it would be like if your project or goal was already finished. Don't just see it, feel it. The satisfaction, the relief, the joy. This isn't just daydreaming, it's powerful. When you live in that feeling, you send out a signal that draws the right people, opportunities, and resources. You stop obsessing about how it'll happen and let the creative part of you, and honestly the universe, handle that. Your main job is to stay in that finished state feeling and take the inspired steps as they come. Each small action is a stone in the path laid down by something wiser than your thinking mind. Let's be honest, the real journey isn't about cramming your head with more information or chasing the latest techniques. It's about stripping things back, letting go of the urge to solve everything, to control every little detail, to believe you've got to do it all by yourself. We've explored how your thoughts carry energy, how real freedom comes from just noticing them, how your focus shapes what shows up in your life, and how your best work happens when you act from genuine inspiration. These aren't separate ideas. They're all pointing to one big truth. You're a channel for something so much bigger than yourself, and your job is to keep that channel clear. Overthinking? That's the clutter. The real magic happens when you quiet down, focus, and let the energy move through you. That's when you stop being the frantic fixer and start remembering you're actually here to let something unique and creative come through. The world's got enough worry. Seriously, we're drowning in it. What it really needs, and what you need, is the one-of-a-kind thing only you can bring. Your song, your art, your truth. You can't force it out with analysis. It comes when you get quiet, trust yourself, and let it flow. Every time you catch yourself spiraling into anxious thoughts, remember you're looking away from that endless source of inspiration that's already yours. So here's the choice, always waiting for you. Stay stuck in your head, or step out into that wide-open space of possibility. This isn't some distant goal. It starts right now, with your next conscious breath, with the next thought you catch and let go, with the next small step you take just because it feels right, even if you don't know where it's leading. You're not here to wage war against your mind. You're here to teach it to work for you, not boss you around. The peace and power you're after? They're right there, in the stillness beyond all that noise, where you and creativity actually meet. From today on, whenever you notice yourself overthinking, don't beat yourself up. Take it as a gentle nudge to come back home to that quiet place inside you, where everything you're meant to create is already waiting. So the door's open. You get to choose. Stay tangled up in the noise, or claim your spot in the silence. If something in this journey has struck a chord with you, come join us. Like, subscribe, turn on notifications. Every bit of engagement helps this message find the people who need it. Leave a comment and share what you're ready to create. The universe isn't shouting, it's whispering, waiting for your voice. Thanks for being here.